Hello and welcome back. I'm doing an updated 2026 everyday makeup routine, so let's get into it. I'm starting with this little sample of the Saie Glowy Super Gel. This one is the shade Rose Glow. I normally use Sun Glow, which is more of a tan shade. This one is too dark for me right now. I need to pick up the habit of self-tanning. I haven't done it in years. I just hate the process of like marinating in it for several hours and it potentially staining your sheets and all the things. If there's a self-tanner that you really love and swear by, let me know. It's just never been something that I've been able to stick with because the process drives me so crazy. I am starting with my eyes. I've been doing a little bit more than my normal quick 5-minute mom makeup look lately. So this is the Armani eye tint in the color 22M. I think it's called Cedar. It's just a really nice kind of bronzy shade. It's a little bit warm, but I have a neutral cool skin tone and this works for me. It's not overly orange or anything. And I have my mirror over here on the side, so I hope you can still see what I'm doing here. I just kind of haphazardly put that all over my eyelids and then I blend it out with a little brush like this. This product blends out so easily. I'm convinced you could not mess this up. I'm going in with the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. This is the original one. I just got this. I had it years ago when it first came out and I think I remember liking it, but then I switched to the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 palette, which I was obsessed with, but those shadows crumble so easily. Two of my favorite shades shattered. The warm shades were untouched, but my beloved cool tone shades completely shattered. And then I just used up the cream shade in that palette, which I would use to set my eyes before eyeshadow. So it was time for a new everyday neutral palette and I went back to this one. This is such a good feeling when you get a new makeup product and you peel this little thing off. It's so satisfying. Okay, so I'm not doing too much here. I'm just taking this first light shade and putting it on the inner part of my eyelid. The pigment of this palette is good like I remember. It's not as buttery as the Patrick Ta. It's a little bit more chalky, but it doesn't shatter as easily. So next I'm taking this darker shade here, just getting a little bit and just putting it kind of above my crease. I've been doing my makeup a little bit differently placement wise. I talk about that in my ChatGPT helped me fix my makeup routine video. That helped me so much to figure out what the best placement is for my face shape and eye shape and all of that. And I do my makeup totally differently now. Next, I'm taking just a tiny little angle brush and going in with that darkest brown shade here and just doing a tiny little wing. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my eyebrow pencil. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Taupe. I don't do too much with my brows. I'm just filling in a little bit where I don't have as many hairs. I have not been wearing foundation for the past several months. I would just use concealer, but I'm trying to get a little bit back into foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match. I wear the shade N3. I've been wanting to try a skin tint. I have never tried one that I loved, but I keep hearing good things about the L'Oreal one, the Maybelline one, and then the Kylie Skin one. So I know I'm asking for all the recommendations in this video, but if there's a skin tint that you've tried that you really like, let me know because I am on the hunt for a good everyday skin tint that doesn't have a ton of coverage, but has a little bit. Just blending over that foundation with a sponge. This one is from Amazon. Don't mind my cat. Starting with a brush and then blending it out with a sponge is my favorite way to apply foundation. Next, I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. I have the shade Medium. This is another product that I used to use a long time ago and I remember really liking it. I also have the little brush that came with the collection from years ago and this applies this product really well. Normally, I don't feel like brushes that come with certain collections really are necessary, but for this one, I really like it. It just diffuses everything so nicely, so you really can't mess it up. Okay, let's do concealer. This is the Tower 28, nothing new here. I use the shade 6 IE, and I just put a little bit of that underneath my eyes, right under that wing, tiny bit on my forehead, a little bit around my nose, where I get redness, clean up under the contour, and then chin. I love how I say I just use a little bit and then I put it all over my face. Blending the bigger areas out with this same brush that I used for my foundation. This is the BK Beauty 101 brush in case anyone is interested. I started my very last semester of grad school today. And it's really exciting that it's the last semester for me, but change is always a little bit scary. So I'm trying to just soak up this last semester of having my routine the way it is before everything changes. I am gonna be extra today and go in with 3 blushes. I know. The first one is Toasted Teddy. It's like a terracotta type shade. Bronzy, warm, but not overly so. Like I can pull this one off without it looking crazy warm. And I'm just doing a little bit of that, followed by a little bit of Sleepy Girl, which is a mauve shade. Just kind of blending into there. And then a little bit further in, I'm gonna go in with Piggy, which is a baby pink shade. And I'm blending this out with the Makeup by Mario F1 brush. Like always, this is my favorite. I used to be a big reader, but I haven't really gotten back into it in a while because I've had so many books for school that after I'm done reading those, I don't want to sit there and read more for fun. But I rented a couple of books that I've been meaning to read for years and years, and that has been so fun for me. So the book that I started last night that I'm already halfway done with because it's very captivating is called We Used to Live Here. And then for years, I've been meaning to read House of Leaves. And I just never got around to doing it. So I finally rented that and I'll be starting that one next. I'm setting with the Kosas Translucent Setting Powder. This is the Translucent Candy shade, the pink shade. I've been using this for a while now too, so this is nothing new. So House of Leaves has always sounded really interesting to me. It's basically about a house that looks bigger on the inside than the blueprints from the outside show. So there are like hallways and rooms that don't show in the initial blueprints. And I really don't know what kind of spin it's going to take, if it's like supernatural or I have no idea, but I'm interested. All right, I'm going in with the Westman Atelier powder bronzer in the shade Coupe de Soleil. And just putting a little bit on my cheekbones and the sides of my forehead, the temple area. I learned that for my face shape, it's not good for me to put bronzer up here on my forehead, which I always used to do. I'm also going in with 2 powder blushes. I know I'm being very extra today, but this is the NARS powder blush in the shade Dolce Vita, the rosy shade. And I'm putting that kind of high up on my cheeks, stopping like in the middle of my eye and taking it to like the outer eye. I used to put it more toward the apples and then really drag it into my hairline, but I do this placement now and I think it looks better. And then just to add a little bit of an extra flush and glow, this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Sublime Flush. This is my favorite Hourglass blush shade. This is the second time I've repurchased this one, so I've had 3 in total, so it's very good. Going in with my beloved Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. This is the shade 001 and putting a little bit of these top 2 shades here on my inner eye, my inner corner, I guess. And then taking a little bit of the top 2 shades mixed with the pink shade and just putting a tiny bit right here. And I try to keep it really focused right here rather than taking it up and around. Going back in with this eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking a little bit lighter of a shade than I used in my crease. I'm gonna go in with this shade here and just put a tiny bit underneath my eye. All right, let's do some mascara next because makeup never looks complete, in my opinion, until you have mascara on. I've been using the Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara in the brown shade. I think it's called brown. It's called brown. And then the Tower 28's Make Waves, yes, mascara in the shade Drift, which is also the brown shade. And normally I just use drugstore mascaras, but I had these in my collection and they were just sitting there. So I was like, let me use them and get through them and then I'll go back to my L'Oreal. Okay, last step is lips. I am starting with the Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. This is a good cool tone brown shade.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Mama. 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 Mama.
Yes. Did you make a chicken?
Chicken.
She's doing crafts up here. This is the Makeup by Mario lipstick in the shade Midtown. It's a really pretty, just kind of light pink, everyday type of shade. And I'm putting this mainly on the center of my lips. Hi. What are you doing? The chaos continues. Finishing off with the Summer Fridays lip oil in the shade Lush Dreams. Okay, so we are all ready to go. My daughter has a podiatry appointment today, so super fun and thrilling plans ahead. Hope you all are having a wonderful 2026, and I'll see you next time.